Saturday night, December 9th on HBO. We got the number 9 ranked WBC taking on number 2. That is a bout between Steven Smith and Francisco Vargas. Gotta excuse me here. We got some crazy weather going out here in California. Hot, cold, fires, all types of stuff. Now, this fight, it took me a while to realize why was this fight happening. Besides Eddie Hearn just getting his fighters a fight. This is a little bit of Eddie Hearn's deal with HBO. It's the card with Orlando Salido versus who was Salido fighting? I forgot who Salido. Oh, Miguel Roman. You got Farmer versus Ogawa, and then Eddie Hearn just slips Steven Smith into that card. So the breakdown is Steven Smith is ranked number 21 in the world. He's a 25-3 with 15 KOs. Out of his 3 losses, he's been KO'd once. And so he's coming in here with a 54 KO percentage. His career expands to 155 rounds. He's 32 years old, same as Francisco Vargas. Now, the height and the reach is where the difference is going to be made. You got Steven Smith, who is a 5'6.5" against a 5'8", and a 66-inch reach against Vargas' 70-inch reach. So that could be very, very huge in this fight. So Fernando Vargas is, like I said, he's ranked number 5 in the world. He's 23-1 with 2 draws. 17 of his 23 victories have come by KO, giving him a 65% knockout ratio. So the numbers say the power is with Vargas, and so is the reach. Now, his one loss came from a KO, which is his last fight when he lost his belt against Burchett. So his career expands to 125 rounds. He debuted 2 years after Smith. So it's at 21 in the world for Smith, number 5 in the world for Vargas. But in the sanctioning bodies, WBC, Vargas is number 2, Smith is number 9, IBF number 8, and WBO number 10. Those are the rankings for Vargas. Stevens only in the WBC. Now, I'm going to say right now, I think this fight ends in a knockout. Someone's getting stopped. Now, the breakdown and prediction, the feet and legs of these characters. Oh, man, because this is going to be, can Steven Smith handle that phone booth fight? I don't know if Vargas has the lateral movement, but he definitely has phone booth type maneuvers. He could easily just pivot in the middle of the ring in the phone booth, while Smith is going to actually have to he's going to have to keep circling Vargas, use some lateral movement, work a jab. I'm going to go with the legs and feet, getting the power punches of I'm going with Vargas on this one. I think he gets more leverage, more spacing, he moves better according to his game. As far as defense, we all know Vargas is a phone booth fighter. He's going to bring it to you. So you get hit in that type of style. But for the punches that he slips and makes miss is pretty good. Well, as Steven, he gets timed a lot. You can time him easy. He's a high guard. His defense is more about controlling the gap and turning you. But I didn't see nothing impressive in the fights I saw against Steven. Against Brasilia, Pedraza, and there's some other fight I watched. I didn't see nothing impressive. So I'm going with defense of Vargas, even though he gets hit. Like I said, with that fighting style, you're gonna get hit. And the arm category, the whole punches. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. Because I don't believe Steven uses a jab enough. I think he'll be a better fighter if he uses a jab. He seems to just like throw a powder puff jab out there and then tries to hook himself in. And I don't know if that's going to be the proper game plan against Vargas. If he's not using a jab against Vargas, and remember, he has 4 inches to make up on the reach. So he ain't going to be able just to hop in and hook himself in. He's going to have to use angles, use some footwork, some feints, and all this stuff I don't think he has. Like he has it, but I don't think he's quite good at it. So jab for jab, I'm going with Vargas. Power punching, I'm going with Vargas. Variation of combinations, I'm going with Vargas on that one too. Steven Smith is a hooker and a jabber, and I think Vargas he throws everything in the kitchen sink at you to get the job done. So on my breakdown, I don't know who the favorite in this fight is. I would think in the States, we lean towards Vargas. He's, I think, a little more popularity. And just on the rankings numbers, we're going to say Vargas is favorite. You know, he's number 5 against number 21 in the world, number 2 in the WBC versus number 9. So we're just going to take that angle and approach to who is favorite. Now, in my prediction right here on RT Boxing, thank you for tuning in the show. I'm trying to muster up this. I've been sleeping, trying to drink any type of orange juice I could see to give me the strength. I am going with a late round stoppage. I think Francisco Vargas is going to be too much for Steven Smith. I don't think Steven Smith can handle the tempo Vargas fights at, unless Vargas just, like I said, they're both 32. Vargas has been in some serious wars, especially his last 3 fights. Burchett, Salido, and Miora. Those are some serious wars, and Smith's resume doesn't even compare to those last 3 fights. So, and he was dropping bombs on those 3 opponents. Vargas was. He was laying some leather. So I do not believe Steven Smith is going to have the energy to keep the movement. He doesn't have, from what I've seen, he doesn't pump out the jab enough. So to be giving up 4 inches against a guy who's 4 inches in reach, against a guy, and 2 inches in height, so against a guy who just is known as a battery, come forward and throw punches, and he has a higher knockout percentage, so he has power. So I think he's going to up the pace, take it to a fight, and even if Steven Smith is looking good for like a couple rounds, moving, sticking and moving, working some body, clinching, I just don't think he's going to have the energy bar. So here's, like, you know, a video game, the energy bar. You know, even if Steven Smith is doing good, I think his stamina is going to slowly start to drop. And Vargas is just going to go. Like I said, the only thing that could give Smith a chance, Swiffy Smith, this is, I believe, the younger brother of the Smith boys. The only thing that gives Smith a chance if the wear and tear of Vargas's body shows up that night. You know, he's 32 years old, but he's been in wars. So maybe he's 32, he's going to come in the ring like at 35, 37 that night. But I got him just out wearing Smith. He's going to just work the body, just be in his face, throwing punches, hooks, uppercuts. And I think the stamina is going to just be a problem for Smith. And I got him in like 11th round. He's going to get stopped. So right here on RT Boxing, thank you for tuning in the show. Mr. A's prediction, Francisco Vargas will stop Steven Smith in the late rounds. I'm saying 11th. Thank you for your time and support. I'm going to go rest before I go to work. Thank you, guys.